Good morning, this is Luke with Austin's Appliance Service. Just a couple notes. Remember the YouTube channel, links on the page to go over there. All these videos are being uploaded over there. I'm also thinking about, I'm still deciding how to go about this with some of the funny stories from my past. I may just start doing those over there as a means, as a sweetener, I guess you'd say, for people to actually go over there and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, you're just watching the same stuff. But today I thought, I'm thinking I want to mix in some funny stories, and I didn't know where to start, and I was talking to my wife, and her favorite, this one's her favorite, and so I thought I'd retell this one first. To kind of give you an idea where I was at, this has been quite a few years ago now. I was on the north side of Chippewa Lake. I do remember that. It was kind of one of them roads that kind of go into the north side. I don't remember exactly which house. I could probably get back to the area, but I don't remember the exact house. But I know it was on the north side of Chippewa Lake over by Everett. And it's one of those things that in the moment, it was kind of traumatizing. And then now you look back and you laugh, and you kind of even think back on it with fondness, because it was just... it was a very innocent situation. It was, there was no ill intent behind it, but it was just kind of one of those things where you're put in a situation where it's like, what do I do? What do I say? Because you don't want to be rude. You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, and especially with this fella. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, he'd recently just lost his wife. He was alone, and then he had bladder cancer, so there was the reason he had this bag in the first place. But I've printed off the story. I'll read it, maybe make some comments as I go along. But this one was called, I titled this one Damp Towel. But if you ask my wife, this is the pièce de résistance, the coup de grace of my adventures. She laughs at this one every time I tell it. I was called out to repair a washer that wouldn't spin. After arriving on the job and being led to the washer, it became clear very quickly that the drain pump was plugged. The problem with plugged drain pumps is that you're gonna get wet. The door won't open because it knows it's full of water, and that's very true. Most of your front loaders, almost pretty much all your front loaders, and even many of your top loaders will not unlock the door if they know they're full of water. So when you have to access the drain pump to clear a plug, that water is going to want to come out on you. I asked the customer for a bath towel as I proceeded to remove the bottom panel to access the drain pump. He returned with a towel, and I will never understand what happened next. But I've got to set the scene properly. This man was an elderly man who had recently lost his wife. Then he had to have his bladder removed because they found cancer in it. All very sad, and I felt for him. And this isn't to make fun of him. This was just a humorous situation. But, it was a sad situation that he was in. So back to the man and his towel. He returns with a towel and tells me of its origins. He says, "This is the towel I sleep on at night because my bag that catches my urine, sometimes it leaks." Folks, I could have went 100 lifetimes without knowing where that towel came from. Oh, the thoughts running through my head. Isn't there another towel? Please, no, don't make me touch it. No. No. Why did you feel it necessary to tell me? I was watching my hand move forward in slow motion as my mind was screaming, no! Oh, but wait, it gets better. While maintaining my best poker face, I took the towel because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. The towel was damp. If a man can cry on the inside, I wept on the inside that day. I mustered my best thank you while my insides trembled. You can imagine, as soon as humanly possible, that towel went straight from my hand to the floor. Then after I left, copious amounts of hand sanitizer was applied as I made my way straight to the nearest gas station to wash my hands. If anyone wonders, I prefer a dry towel on the job. Things in my past have left scars. If I request a towel, please have mercy, a dry one. But that's just a very short summary of what took place here. And the man was very sweet. And I do remember I sat down and talked to him for quite a while afterwards. And you know, it was sad, the situation he was in. I tried to just spend some time with him, talk to him, because he was lonely. I mean, it was plain he was lonely. But the towel itself was was quite the scarring experience, because, you know, he's telling me that sometimes, especially in the older generation, they're oversharers. they tell you too much, things that I didn't need to know. This was one of those times where I would have rather you just didn't tell me. I know there had to be other towels in the house, but why he decided that was the one I needed to use to clean up the water when that drain pump got opened up. And I remember at different points in this job, I needed to move the towel because, you know, as I was pulling the hose off, the drain pump's going to open up, and that water's going to come rushing out. And so a lot of times you'll relocate the towel. Well, normally you can just grab it and move it. Of course, knowing where that thing came from, I had my pair of pliers, and I'm grabbing the towel with my pair of pliers to move the towel. But anyways, this is one of those jobs, one of those stories that when I look back and think on it now, I think back on it with fondness. You know, in the moment I'm going, oh, get me out of here, this is gross. But yeah, when I think back about it now, I laugh, and I sometimes think about the guy. I wonder how it's been enough years now that if he is still around, he'd be way up in years. But anyways, so that's the story of the damp towel. And I don't know how this will work out. I don't know if reading these are going to be beneficial, something people want or enjoy. Please let me know in the comments, because, you know, I know that retelling a story through when you write it out, a lot of my stories, I can set the scene better. Sometimes writing it out, I can maybe make a word picture better. I don't know if people are going to enjoy me retelling them verbally. If there's something here that you guys would like to see continue, please let me know. Just like I say, in the comments. And again, I will upload this video to YouTube. I will also include the link to this video in the comment section on this video. But please, let me know. Give me some feedback. I don't want to do things that are just wearing on people. If they become old or obnoxious, you know. I know a lot of people have really enjoyed the stories from the things I've run into in the past. So anyways, you guys have a good day.